Hello everyone, so this is a short devlog number 2 about the progress of Rename Pro. First of all, big thank you to everyone who sent features and the bug reports. They are very helpful. So let's dive right in. Previously we launched version 8.3.0. This is the version 8.4.0, and instead of one feature that we wanted to ship previously, which is to provide users with a default metric and imperial settings, we launched 3 additional features here. So let me tell you all about them. So first of all, when you download and update the newest version, it will be shipped together with 2 default settings for metric and for imperial units. So when you launch the add-in, you can load the settings, and you should be in the zip file and zip archive file, you should have imperial and metric unit default settings. This will help you get started, like a base on which you can expand your office standards and so on. So basically they're almost similar. There are a few differences in the metrics, in the metric symbols and in the imperial symbols, and they are kind of based on what I use in my office and so on. So nothing special, just a basic architectural naming rules. So when we load one, we can see that there are 11 categories that are covered in the model, like model categories, and then we have 7 annotation categories which are covered. And yeah, you can check it out, check out how the new names look for you. So that's that. Another useful feature is that we added, and that's purely from user request and user features, user ideas, is to add the differentiation between user loaded families, in place model families, and standard families. What does that mean? That means that now we have a category here, and we have like a family column here, and then we have the element counts column here. And when we expand this a little bit more, you can see that, for example, for walls, we now have differentiation between basic walls and curtain walls. And if you have like some in place modeled wall, you will also be able to give that specific wall some different names and so on. Same goes with, for example, floors, and for example for other categories that can have in-place models. And for example for windows, we have loaded families, which corresponds to the loaded families, user loaded families. And we have, like, for example, curtain panels, we have system panels, and so on. Some categories don't have like subcategory. It doesn't have like a family type. For example, text is just a text, so there is nothing here, and there is no differentiation between user loaded or system categories or system families, because it's all the same. So next we have visualization of white space in naming rules with this special symbol, which basically is a space. Maybe regarding on your feedback, we can change this later to something else, but I found it very useful that, for example, if we have let's say we have some space separators here, we are able to see that, like, as it's hard to see like in 100% zoom, but it's there, and you cannot confuse it to anything else. For example, it's not like an underscore, it's just a space, and when you click the space, it adds that symbol, and it doesn't save that into the settings file. It's just a representation of a space, so it's easy to understand where is the space and where is just nothing. Even I made mistakes previously when I didn't see that I have like some space added here, because there was nothing. And now when you click like space and click somewhere else, it adds this symbol. So it's easier to understand. I was thinking about using maybe like this symbol which is for space. It looks a bit better, you know, but the problem with this is that it is easily, you can easily kind of mistake it to the, like the underscore, you know, you have like this symbol. Okay, it looks good, maybe better than the SP, but I think it's more easily misunderstood with this underscore. So I think that the current implementation with the SP is, you cannot mistake it to anything else. Even here you can see that this is not a dash and it's a different type of symbol here. So that's that, very useful feature. And now I added also in-app notifications with direct download link when the new update is available. So previously you had to go about dialog, and then you can kind of compare, you know, you have your version here and you can see that this is the latest version, and when you click on that you're redirected to the download page, but you have to kind of compare the versions, and you have to be in this dialog, you know, to see that you have a older version that's available. Now we have a possibility to see the update here down below. It will show just a link that the new version is available, and when you click on that it will bring you to the download page. So that will be also very handy. I also made a user GUID more stable, and that means that when you update the Revit it doesn't add the new GUID, which previously was an issue because the update deletes the properties. And now it's more stable, and even after a Revit update you have the same user GUID. And user GUIDs are registered to know how many users are there per license key. For example, if you have three PCs, 3 machines, each machine has a unique GUID, and then that counts how many users are using the same license key. So you can have up to 3 users using the same license key, basically the same as Revit. And the idea is that you can have like an office computer and then maybe home desktop and maybe laptop. So, and you use this key on all 3 machines. It's not supposed to be like divided between users. It's just because you can have more than one PC. Okay, and basically that's that. So next version will have a checkbox column for new name list. And this column, checkbox column, will give you ability to check which family types you don't want to rename ever. Basically you check it, and then that name will not be renamed. It will not be touched. Even if the name will be valid, it will just not be renamed. So that will be good addition. And then I'm thinking about implementing auto update, because users are not so keen to download and uninstall previous version, install new version. So that would kind of streamline that process. But I don't know at which version that will be. Maybe after 1.0, or maybe I will implement it earlier. So once again, big thank you to everyone about your feedback and bug reports. It really helps. I hope this add-in is useful. So have a great day and see you in the next video.